do you want to talk about, kind of the ideal client? And, there's people out there that are like, well, is this for, could someone who's just trying to grow a couple plants use it themselves? Is this more of a B2B? Talk to me about the ideal client for light engine design.
Okay, we have three clients, basic clients. The first would be retail. Those are the people that buy from our website or want to call and they want to talk. They're either beginning growers or they are small grows. That's the identifying factor of the retail customer, smaller grows. They either have already used LEDs and didn't have a great experience, or they're looking for something else. Or maybe our marketing just took hold and they called, because we're good salespeople. I don't know. But we have people that are in it for the first time. We have people that have been doing it for 20 years and are ready to make the switch. Those are relatively straightforward. They're small. I have those numbers off the top of my head. I have the grows off the top of my head. I wrote a book, How to Grow Marijuana with LEDs. And just gives you a step-by-step means to go and perform a small grow and what to feed them, how to feed them, when to feed them, that kind of thing. Then our second customer is a commercial customer. That's somebody that wants to get into it as a business. We're talking production now. We have to worry a lot more about intensity and distribution calculations for our lighting, because in a commercial grow, solid state lighting, LED lighting, is about 60% of the capital cost of the grow. People don't want to admit that until they actually spend it, and then they realize it is true. So you're going to spend 60% on $1 million grow, and you're going to spend $600,000 in lights. You want to use the least amount of lights possible to do that. So we perform intensity and distribution calculations using our software and our knowledge of the industry to place and to identify the least number of lights they could accomplish their goals with, and then tell them exactly where to put the lights to make that happen. In addition to that, we provide a service where we work with the electricians, we work with the HVAC folks. They always have the same questions. What's the load? What kind of circuitry am I going to put in? How do I time it? And the HVAC guys want to know, how much waste heat are you putting out? How much heat am I going to have to move out of this room? And we have to work closely with the growers to determine how hot they're going to run their rooms and how much waste heat there actually will be. And it's a much different engineering feat to design a commercial facility, and you're in essence designing it around the lights. And then the third, and probably the most fun, I mean, I like it all, don't get me wrong. I like doing all of it, or I wouldn't have been doing it for 15 years. But the third is unique requirements. Working with one of my very first customers, or one of my first customers after I went commercial with the lights, which is probably 6, 7, 8 years ago. He is a engineer, and he is just a grower extraordinaire. He does indoor grows, he does outdoor grows. He's been using our lights for 8 years, 7, 8 years. He wants to design a new vertical outdoor grow, and he wants to provide vertical lighting, supplemental lighting, to offset the short days in Maine, and provide enough light that he can get more than one crop a year. And of course, he'd have to provide heat and a bunch of other environmental adjustments to achieve that. But it's really fun to sit down with him and try to determine what he's going to need light-wise, where it's going to have to go, and to help him achieve his goal. So there's your three: retail, commercial, and then the one-offs and the unique installations.
Yeah, no, cool. Exciting. I would have never thought obviously lights are 60%. That's crazy. That's awesome. Obviously you guys have the metrics. It sounds like you do a little bit of architecture work as well, mixed in there, man of many trades. Curious, did you want to break down, if you could, maybe in just guesstimates, the main percentage of the business is this part or that part? How much is retail versus B2B for light engine design? Just curious.
Well, if you're talking sheer dollar amount, the commercial is going to win always. You're talking about, it would take me 2 years of retail sales to make up the last commercial sale I did. So yeah, we do love the commercial sales, but the commercial sales are what keeps us in the R&D world, keeps us building that next light, keeps us employing people, just keeps us in the game. However, the retail world is where I've made all my friends. I have retail customers from 15 years ago that I communicate with on a regular basis now. And we have a lot of return customers. At one point, our return customer rate was in the 20% or so, and which is a lot of return customers. So retail is great. It lets me talk to a lot of people, but as my time becomes more Spartan, it's increasingly difficult to really treat those retail customers like they deserve. And I'm sorry to all the retail customers that are watching this. I am thinking about you.
No, and obviously they can interact, and we'll definitely do little parts on retail. I know even off camera you talk about retail and some of these guys a lot, so I know it's deep in your heart that you do care for sure.